A little girl stands alone in a deserted area, holding an old doll in her hand. Her clothes are dirty and worn out. She's scratching her hand, which is bleeding, and beside her is a parked truck. The place is muddy and gloomy. The scene then shifts to a nightclub, where people are dancing under flashing lights. A person wearing a black hoodie enters. He approaches a drunken man in a white shirt and suddenly stabs him, not once, not twice, but multiple times, in the stomach, chest, and other parts of his body. Finally, the attacker pulls back the hoodie. It's a girl. She laughs coldly and drives the knife into the man's neck for the final blow. Soon, police begin investigating the murder. Among them is Seo Se-hyun, who stands quietly at the scene, observing everything with clinical detachment. She doesn't react emotionally. Instead, she mentally reconstructs the crime, spotting things others miss. The angle of the fall, the blood spatter, a missing button. That's how Se-hyun operates. Whether it's a body in the morgue or a live crime scene, she studies every detail like a puzzle. This opening powerfully establishes Se-hyun's brilliance as a forensic pathologist and her chilling emotional distance. Death doesn't disturb her. It fascinates her. Meanwhile, we're introduced to Detective Jung-hyun and his partner, who are waiting in a car to catch a suspect based on a report. While they wait, Young's partner steps out to grab something to eat from a nearby shop, where he catches a young boy stealing a chocolate bar. He brings the boy back, much to Young's frustration. During the distraction, the real suspect escapes, and the team is later humiliated at the police station. Back in the lab, Se-hyun is seen stitching up a corpse, working with surgical precision. Later, she's interviewed on a television show. Detective Young takes the boy caught stealing back to his home. While Se-hyun's interview plays on the TV, another scene unfolds. A shadowy figure is shown dissecting a body. He inserts worms into it and threads some string through the flesh. Outside the truck where he works, the same little girl from earlier is seen playing with that exact same thread. Then we see another body, this time discovered in a field, wrapped in a plastic sheet. Police arrive at the scene and begin their investigation. The body is later sent to Se-hyun for autopsy. Before starting the post-mortem, Se-hyun demands the case report from Detective Jung. During the autopsy, she notices a puncture mark on the neck, indicating the victim was injected with poison before death. Further examination reveals the same worms and the same thread that had been seen earlier. The episode circles back to the little girl, still holding her doll. Tied to the doll is that same unsettling thread. Review. The premiere episode of Hunter with a Scalpel is a gripping and atmospheric introduction to a crime thriller that's as psychologically unsettling as it is visually haunting. From its first moments, a bleeding child in a muddy wasteland holding a doll, it becomes clear this isn't a typical procedural. The show crafts a deeply layered mystery where every image is loaded with meaning and every silence hides a scream. The standout performance comes from Seo Se-hyun, a forensic pathologist whose brilliance lies in her cold precision. She doesn't react to death. She decodes it. Watching her work is both fascinating and disturbing, as she pieces together crimes with an unnerving calm. The way the show visually represents her thought process, replaying events in her mind as she analyzes physical clues, is both stylish and emotionally chilling. The murder in the nightclub is one of the most shocking scenes, not just for its brutality, but for its twist. The killer is a young woman who laughs as she finishes her victim. It sets the tone for the series, a world where appearances deceive and violence hides behind ordinary faces. Detective Jung-hyun adds another layer of realism. His flawed humanity and frustration, especially when a careless mistake lets a suspect escape, ground the show and balance Se-hyun's clinical detachment. The subplot with the young boy caught stealing chocolate adds moral texture to the narrative, showing how small actions ripple into bigger consequences. What elevates the episode beyond standard crime drama is its eerie atmosphere and symbolic visuals. The recurring image of a little girl playing with a thread used to stitch up corpses is deeply unsettling and metaphorical. hinting at cycles of trauma, corruption, and innocence lost. Overall, Hunter with a Scalpel opens with a bang. Visually bold, narratively complex, and psychologically sharp. If the rest of the series maintains this level of tension and thematic depth, it could be one of the standout K-dramas of the year.